Here's your weekend market review for Friday, April 18, 2025. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your weekend market review. Friday, April 18th, 2025. Hopefully you're having a great week. Good Friday off. Happy Easter. Hopefully you're doing great. As we talked about, ChopX, OpEx. The goal is to kill the VIX. The VIX got killed, especially at the close on Thursday. Again, we'll go deep into this and what to expect the next week. Hopefully all are well. So we know earnings is basically getting started. After the close on Thursday, Netflix beat, raised, was up some. Again, we'll dig into that a little bit. But overall, again, what I'm expecting next week, especially with earnings going into the end of the month, with the market down at the beginning of the month, I think, again, the market should continue to rally again. When you get a 60 VIX fear and greed index at 3, everything's basically priced in. Now, it doesn't guarantee that the market has to go up in a straight line. That's what I think people get confused on. You have to trade the extremes. And so knowing that, well, if you have to trade the extremes, and you got to trade the extremes, we know there's probably going to be some. And I mean, when I say extremes, I'm not just talking about small moves. I'm thinking you're going to get some big up moves. You might get some big down moves. That's the thing, right? So be careful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And again, I'm writing my notes again. Trade extremes. Waiting for it. If you played the drop today, talked about it in the Discord room, was talking to some other traders, great opportunity. So again, what is leading? Materials, IWM, small caps, exactly what we said. It's not tech. Tech is not the leader. I'm telling you guys, it's not the leader. Now, tech should bounce here, potentially, or at least chop. But I'm telling you, watch the materials, industrials, commodities. Yeah, keep it real simple. Material and small caps, small and mid caps, local United States companies. So, again, I appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. If you want to hang out, give me a chat, Calendly. Let's chat 30 minutes, see what we can do. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Also, follow, like, subscribe, posting on Twitter, ideas, thoughts, and again, also check out the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so that you know when these are dropping. And again, I appreciate the thanks. Got one the other day. Again, I get these very rarely, but again, generous donations every once in a while. Some of you guys are absolutely taking this information and crushing it. Again, tip the dealer. That's all you gotta do. Tip the dealer. I appreciate it if you don't have to, but again, if you're appreciating this content, you're learning. If you've dug into the education series and gone into the Discord room and dug into the side rooms, there's a lot there. Also, check out thetradingagent.com. Here you go. Yeah, oops. Tons of stuff here. Turn profits into passive income and properties. That is the goal. Again, we talked about the fear and greed index was at 3 last Wednesday. Now you're still in extreme fear. That's why I still think you can get some more bounce. Keep an eye on it. We know the Fed meeting coming up at the May 7th. As of right now, it doesn't look like much is going to happen here. As of right now, again, we know going to earnings, be aware, right? So next week, you have some economic information, but earnings really starts on Tuesday, starts getting cranking into the week. Again, you have Amazon next week. You have Tesla on Tuesday. You got some other, I mean, again, a lot of these material names. It's a lot going on. Again, you got durable orders on Thursday. It's going to be an important week. Again, every week's basically important, but if I had to guess, I think next week ends up being a week that probably either continues up or we chop around. Worst case scenario, because again, the end of the month is coming. I would expect new money, new month coming in. And also, again, that will be the week before the Feds. We'll get into next week when next week comes. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, knowing next Fed meeting, nothing really expected. Bitcoin. It drives people crazy. Chop, chop. Seen this many times. I don't trust it. I don't trust it long. I don't trust it short. You're in between areas. Again, I would be a buyer at 70,000 with a tight stop, or I'd be a buyer if it broke over 93, because that basically would be the consolidation's over, and you should at least come back to the 109. In between, I don't know. Oils we talked about. Again, Scott, if you're listening, I mean, again, some people like to leave comments. I'm like, please don't short oil. Getting the bounce. Keep an eye on natural gas pulling back. Again, I don't know how low natural gas will go. I'd be watching the low 3s, which were kind of there. And then I expect, again, I would like to see the 2s, but we'll see. Never know. Never freaking know. It's just, again, it's a probability-based game. If anyone's selling you certainty, you got to freaking run away. There's no certainty. You're trading around probability. You're trading around the action, trying to get your best guess estimate. Again, you can lose with pocket aces. It happens. Dollar, we talked about the volatility. Seems to be holding pretty well near the lows. Keep an eye on it. TLT, We talked about it bouncing, double bottoming from the 85 area. Got a reprieve on Thursday. Not much. Again, feels like rates are going low. The economic data was not strong. VIX, we talked about Vix-termination done OPEX. Here you go. Got to the 20-day. You're welcome. Man, said this is like, I wouldn't be surprised if during OPEX we got to the 20-day. You got your bounce yesterday, got some market pullback. I still feel like they're going to destroy the VIX even more. I mean, again, the market is really good at discounting items. I don't really know how else it could get worse. You keep raising tariffs on China, go ahead. Again, China has more to lose. I don't think people realize that. There's been so much dissatisfaction. Again, there's literally people walking out of factories, right? I mean, again, I'm starting to guess that Trump is playing 3D chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They see this as tariffs. I think he thinks the collapse of the potential Chinese empire, not necessarily like China overall, but the Communist Party there potentially. And then working out great deals with other great partners. Again, whether you like the guy or not, I don't care. But he seems to get results when it comes to this kind of stuff, and he's always playing. He's always got cards that he's pulling out of nowhere. And again, you can bet against him if you want. We'll see long term. Again, I think makes sense. We talked about this even in January. Whatever pain needs to come to the economy, and the administration needs to push through, get it done as soon as possible. And I think that's what they're doing, whether you like the guy or not. We'll see what happens here. Vivix started pulling back. Keep an eye on it. SPY talked about it bouncing at some point today. You got the bounce, little baby bounce. But we're holding the 8 and 10 day. Big up, consolidations. We talk about high and tight is good. I'd be watching this, I don't know, like this 520 area. As long as we're holding it, seems okay. QQQ. Again, tech lagging. We talked about it many times. I don't trust tech long term. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily mean it can't chop around and hold up. But I'm telling you, tech is the big ATM for industrials, materials, commodities, all your favorite names. Small caps, I'm telling you. Keep an eye on it. QQQ lagging. Look what was up today, 0.87%. IWM. There we go. DIA, again. DIA had some issues with United Health, which, not surprised, United Health got cooked. Keep an eye on it. Gold. Now, again, a lot of people are picking the top. It feels like I thought that was the top. You gapped up. This is hard. I mean, again, I'm not going to say go short this stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to pull back. Again, silver's not confirming it. We've talked about that many a times. Keep an eye on it. Miners, yesterday's action had some wick on it, right? Look at today's action. Keep an eye on it. Now, again, worst case, it could be high and tight. We talk about high and tight could be bullish, or it's due to pull back. Either way, you got to have in your mind, the risk reward isn't there bullish, in my opinion, near term. AEM, keep an eye on it, right? Like we looked at these candles, like don't look that sexy. AG, again, hasn't been participating at all, which doesn't make sense. Newmont hit the gap area, old gap, filling it up near 57, 58. Keep an eye on it. PAAS seems to be, I don't know. These are tricky, right? They came off the lows, nice runs. Silver not confirming like the actual commodity. That's where I'd be a little nervous. Again, if you can't stay over this 27 area for the PAAS, it could get slapped. And I don't mean it in the nice way. I mean, it gets slapped down. Taiwan Semi, again, earnings came out up 40-something%. Nice reaction. No, just nothing. I'm telling you, I don't trust semiconductors. I've been on this kick since basically last year, which I was right. Look at Micron. Ugh. But even these pieces are due to bounce or at least chop around. So keep it on. Again, I mean, maybe Micron gets back to the 80+ area. AMD, I thought this one actually would get a bounce. Not much of one. We'll see an eye on it. Like, it makes sense to get up into the 100, 110+ area. We'll see what happens. NVIDIA, again, with all these deals, again, so many chips, supplies, what's going to happen? You have a 2-day range here. Again, this is my short of 2025. I said this is the 99%er of the top. Blow off, novice gap, big bar after. You got the lower high, and then it's been working its way lower. Again, it's not going to go in a straight line until the very end. So keep that in mind. SMCI, I don't trust this one at all. It's tricky. Intel has earnings next week. Again, I don't think if it gets bought out, it's not going to be at a massive premium. It'll be in the low 20s. Keep an eye on it because this is the trading range, but you are going in earnings. So be careful, okay? AVGO announces a big buyback, bouncing. Not much. SMH. We talked about this index peaked a while ago, friends. Now, again, it's got some volume down here. Definitely oversold. Market makers are having to accumulate it. Keep an eye on it. Again, I can't be bullish on this stuff, but I'm also not shorting it, if that makes. We shorted it previously. I don't care to short it now. I'd rather go long commodity because, again, when the fund flows move, shorting is is a trade. I'd rather be investing in certain names for longer periods of time with bigger moves, right? Like what's the max downside? It's 0. What's the max upside in some of these commodities? Hundreds of percent. Hundreds of percent. Just letting y'all know. Adobe, especially from some of these levels. Chopping around again. You could be playing these uptrends on some of these commodity names for a while. Watch that retest. Apple seems to be holding the 8 and 10 day. Looks okay. Amazon has not been getting any exemptions, obviously. Chopping around. Again, they don't looks okay. I like Meta. I've got some longer dated stuff. Again, going into earnings, I don't think they're going to be affected by it. I know China might try to kick them out. We'll see. And they really have never been really fully in anyway. A lot of these companies, they can only post so many stuff. Or not post, but only so much is shown. So keep an eye on it. CRM, we've talked about this one. Right, double top long time ago. Seems to be chopping around. I don't see much on it. Google, again, everyone loves Google, says it's cheap. Okay, keep an eye on it. Again, cheap valuations don't make it worth buying. Microsoft, keep an eye on this one. Again, I'm watching this. If this holds this 367, it could be a little head and shoulders bottom. NDAQ, even this turd is bouncing. Keep an eye on it. Right. I mean, I personally believe, again, the Nasdaq exchange will not have the same volumes long term. So this will be the exchange that gets to hurt the most in this down move in the market and long term in tech. But again, and this is the thing, it might not even be like a massive down move in tech. It'll just be a massive underperformance. Does that make sense? Leave a comment below if you don't understand that. I'd love to connect on that. MicroStrategy, chopping around, watching this. Maybe the 100-day next. Netflix and chill, Netflix and spill. I don't know. This had great earnings, and it's at 1,000 after hours. This thing's been on a monster run. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some blow off top on some of these names. Because again, you would rotate out Netflix and you can buy Dow Chemical, you can buy Arrow, you can buy copper, you can buy all the stuff that's trading at cheap multiples. And I'm telling you, the trade war is about materials, guys. It's not about tech. I'm telling you. And if you want to invest in in material companies in the United States or that have exposure that U.S. needs, again, if China cuts off rare earth metals, guess where they're going? United States companies. Shh. Roblox, nice bounce from 200-day at the 50-100-day. We'll see what happens here. CrowdStrike, again, I like cybersecurity names. Didn't really do much of anything today, honestly. CrowdStrike, same thing. PanW, not much of anything at the 8-day, 10-day holding the gap. Again, I like these names. I think there's some upside in them. Keep an eye on. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tesla earnings on Tuesday after the close seems to be stuck. Again, I talked about taking, again, if you took your profits and it wasn't falling through, this is what I did. I just stopped out and said, well, I'll wait. Well, we have earnings, so I'm not going to buy back in front of it. I'll wait till after and see what happens. Keep an eye on it. Palantir, this one has been a favorite of retail. Seems to be chopping around, holding 50-day. Looks all right. Insight, again, I think this gets bought out. Not much to say here. I like it at 58. Zoom out. You can see this has a lot of upside. HIMS down with some of the healthcare stuff. I mean, we warned folks in the end of February, just get the hell out and leave it alone. What did they decide they have to do? I've got to do something. Okay, keep an eye on it. BABA, made sense to bounce from the 200-day. Looks okay. Again, if China gets a reprieve, this should bounce. We'll see. McDonald's, keep an eye on this one, right? Looks like it's trying to break out. Starbucks, holding up pretty well. Not really, just kidding. No, we talked about the short from 118. I don't trust them. I know they're taking management, but in these times, coffee, I mean, how many, I don't know. It just seems like one of the things that people will have. And again, they have a global exposure. I mean, I don't know if they're getting hated on because they're American. Keep an eye on it. Airbnb, I mean, I don't think their coffee's that good anyway. Airbnb kind of chopping around. I feel like this one's building, honestly. I'd keep an eye on it, this 110 level. Coin, we talked about this one when it broke the downtrend or the uptrend, and now it's chopping around, holding those 140s. You maybe argue it's a head and shoulders bottom again. I mean, some of these names, again, if you look at them, they have great parameters to buy and then tight stop it. DKNG, chopping around. Costco, again, up their dividend again, holding up pretty well. Federal Express, holding up, chopping around. I don't know. I mean, I guess not really holding up. I'd say it's just chopping around, but this thing's been throttled, man. Man, it seems like it's trying to get over the 8 and 10 day. I'd keep an eye on it. XLF, we talked about financials, got some nice rally. Now they're consolidating under the 200 day. Keep an eye on it. Hood, this was a nice bounce. We talked about this. Now hit the 100 day, backing off. I mean, dude, if it can hold here at the 8 and 10 day, I don't know why you wouldn't get back up into the 50s. JP Morgan, I mean, I had shorts on this, gave them up. They don't really, I don't know. Again, higher rates don't hurt necessarily the banks. Morgan Stanley, I mean, if you look at their earnings, they're all pretty solid. We'll see. Bank of America, I mean, had their earnings gapped up and holding, right? Goldman Sachs, chopping around, seems okay. KRE, I mean, this is the thing, right? Junior banks are building. Look at the capitulation. Like, just look at the volume in April and look at its building. If the world's going to end, junior banks would be getting absolutely cooked, folks. I mean, that's all you really need to know. And at this point, they're not. XBI, again, I've talked about. I think bios are even oversold. Like, if you go zoom out, these things were at 100 plus a long time ago. Jets, even the Jets are bouncing. They got rid of freaking Aaron Rodgers. How can they not do better? No, I'm just kidding. Seems to be holding the 8 and 10 day. XHB, even look at the housing index today. Keep an eye on it. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Looks okay. I mean, I don't know what to say here. I'm not going to lose my nuts on this one. I'm just watching Dow Chemical. Again, we like these names. Look at these capitulation names. Imagine you buy this at 24 and it goes up to 40. That's way better than you're going to get in any of these damn tech names. I'm telling you. CE was up a solid 6.8% today. Now chopping off the low. Looks like you have a reference. Caterpillar, again, been holding up pretty well over time if you go zoom out. And, man, you have a capitulation there. It seems to be getting over the 8 and 10 day. Deer, this one's been holding up really well for a long time. 200-day pulls back, seems to be chopping. Again, Nucor, got a consolidation base. X, I think Nippon Steel is going to buy them. We'll see what happens here. Keep an eye on. Again, I wouldn't necessarily bet on this one. Look at IIN. Look at this big gap up. Channel. Again, if you bought the channel low, I mean, 23 to 30. You're not getting that in tech, y'all. Telling you, these things are setting up for a monster fucking run. VALE. Again, they've been purged and crushed. Look at VALE. Double bottoms, breaks below it, traps with volume, and then rallies right the fuck back. Telling you, I like these names. Now, will they be in a straight line? No, but they look good. Arrow, same kind of thing. Breaks the channel lows, starting to build and back. I mean, again, even if it goes 11 to 15, that's better than you're going to see in tech. FBQLF, we talked about this, buying it at 10. Why am I showing two of these? Yeah, it's weird. It's showing two. What just happened there? SCCO seems to be holding a lot of these names holding up really well. And it looks like they're trying to build at the highs, right? They're not pulling back like some of these tech names. Do y'all see this? The outperformance? Again, I like copper. FCX, same kind of thing, right? You can buy this at 27. It's probably going to 50. URNJ, again, who doesn't like junior uranium? I do. Buying the shit out of it down here in the 11, 12 range. Booyah! Keep an eye on it. CCJ, again, if you bought this in the 36 level, looking look pretty good. Holding the 20-day. CF, we talked about the ag names. Pound the table. Pound the table. Look at these names. Building back. Mosaic, channel low, channel high. Here you come, Mof. And if it breaks the channel high, what do you think happens? It's going to cook. SQM, again, we talked about buying this one. Love it down here. So you see that chemical. I'm pretty sure Chile's going to do a great deal in the United States. NTR. I mean, look at these names. They look way better. AA had earnings. Bought some shares today for the long run. Yeah, I'll take some down here. I mean, zoom out. I mean, I was begging for a dip down here months ago. And I got it. Why would I not buy? Look at the volume. I'm telling you, man. Go watch old videos. Kalu has earnings coming up. So AA's already at past earnings. And I honestly think their guidance wasn't that bad. Keep an eye on it. MP, again, this is a rare earth metal names. Seem to be pretty volatile at the highs. It's either breaking out, it's about to fail. Either way, keep an eye on that thing. Cliff, we talked about, you could buy this thing down here. Look at this stuff, y'all. Telling you, keep an eye on it. Last but not least, some of the solar and oil and gas names, right? Look at TAN. Talked about even stupid old solar due to bounce. Sedge. I think these things are going out of business if really things get bad. ENPH, same kind of thing. Chopping around. First Solar. I like First Solar at 120. Makes sense. Keep an eye on it. HYG. I mean, again, if the world's ending, why is corporate debt retesting the highs? Tell me that. Riddle me this, Riddler. Oil, right? Look at this. New highs off the lows. UNG, again, I'm not a fan of this ETF. I think it sucks. If you saw the KOLD up near, I don't know, 30, I think it makes sense. Keep an eye on it. Maybe 31. XOP, again, what's leading up? XOP holding up pretty well. We talked about if you bought the Gush at a 15, 16 level, you're feeling pretty good. Gasoline names, they typically lead up. We talked about them basing out. Look pretty good. Valero, basing out. Not much to say here. ExxonMobil. 2 weeks ago, this thing was looking like it was ripping to new highs. Comes back down, building a base, higher highs off the lows. BP, dude, this thing was at 34 not too long ago, 35. We talking back test the trend line. Look at that, it was a fucking gift. Higher highs off the lows, y'all. Look at that. Keep an eye on it. Occidental, again, do you not think Buffett's buying the shiznit out of it down here? Look at this blow off volume. Again, if you zoom out on a lot of these names, you go, oh, interesting. You go, no, Sniznik. Look at this stuff. Keep an eye on it. Devon. I mean, I remember some of these names have earnings coming up. There you go. Capitulations. Apache. Capitulations. Lyondell Base. Again, they have earnings coming up. Keep an eye on this one. Big blow off. This one's on Friday. Look at this stuff. CVE. I mean, I didn't think you'd ever get 11 or 12. Okay. Zoom out on a lot of these names. If you zoom out, you go, what are these patterns? They're big consolidation patterns. You're welcome. Some point, someone will say thank you. I promise. I know I will get them. EQT, again, consolidate. Looks pretty good. Like it's going to break out. Last but not least, Flex LNG. Yeah, I can't remember who was saying, like, oh, man, I don't know about these guys. I don't know either, but I know we'll be exporting natural gas if we get a Europe deal. And we held the channel lows. I think it has a juicy 11% dividend yield. Thank you, Sarah. I'll have some more. Look at this thing. I don't know why we might not break out. So, again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. I appreciate all the love, support, and generous donations. Again, if you were investing in small caps, in materials and stuff, let me know. Again, not that I'm saying go out and short tech. I just don't trust tech. I think it has more downside than upside, or it's going to go nowhere for a long time. You heard it here first. And I said that months ago. I said that last year, some tech. Telling you guys, be careful out there. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful, long weekend, hopefully, and we'll catch up soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.